Well, if everyone will ever watch it, hi. I actually wanted to chat about democracy in Canada. Well, if anyone believes that we have democracy in Canada, please wake up because we don't. It's just an illusion of democracy, it's not a real democracy, and this is why. We'll start with elections. So, winning party, even if they have a majority government, doesn't necessarily represent the majority of Canadians, because there is a popular vote and there is a riding vote. So you can win majority and be majority government, but popular vote could be for someone else as well. Same with USA, by the way. But so you can have majority government with liberals, for example, but the majority of Canadians actually voted for conservatives. Oh, and then you have liberals saying, oh, we represent majority of Canadians. No, you don't. You represent majority of ridings, not majority of Canadians. So there is no democracy here. Another thing is, let's assume for a second that this is not the problem. So yeah, liberal government or conservative government for that matter, doesn't matter. Any party won majority government with actual majority of Canadians. So let's assume for a second the winning party got 51% of Canadians voting for them, and they now basically represent the majority. What does it mean to have majority government? It means that they can pass any law that they want, any legislation they want, and they can also block any legislations that they don't want to pass. What does it mean for us? So, yes, 51% of Canadians actually voted for this party, but if this party passes legislation for basically their majority, it means that they don't really care about other 49% of the people. So, yeah, majority is an interesting idea, but again, you can just disregard 49% of your country claiming that you have majority. Is it okay? I don't think so, because well, everyone should have a voice. And besides it, if you will look on another side of it, just think that when you voted for this party, you went with your with their ideas, with their platform, and so on and so on. This is why you voted for them. But we all know that politicians usually, in most cases, are lying during the elections just in order to win the elections. So not always what they say during the election program they will keep as a promise. And it means that you voted for somebody and turned out that he basically misled you during the election program and lied. But for next 4 years he actually represents you, even that you stopped believing in him. So in my opinion, first, if you want democracy in Canada, you should change the election. So it should be based on actual majority of Canadians, or actually on Canadians' vote, majority or not majority, actual Canadians' votes, not ridings, not local MPs and so on and so on. Actual Canadian votes. This is first one. Second, in my opinion, there shouldn't be ever majority government. Any government that will lead should be held accountable for what they do, and should get at least support of one other party in order to pass any legislations or to block any legislation. Only then you will actually have majority. Like for example, if you have 51% Liberal Party and you have 30% Conservative Party and you have 19% of NDP, so basically Liberal don't really care not about NDP and what we represent, not about Conservative and what we represent. But if you will eliminate this option as majority government, it means that, let's say, they will have 50% and Conservatives will have 30% and NDP will have 20%, it means that they will always need support for at least one of the parties. So if they will pass the legislation, it will give them support of 70% of Canadians or 80% of Canadians, depends who they will go with. But at least it will be actual majority. Today, 51%, it's not real majority. It's just like basically few votes that were missing. And again, going back to election, the type of elections that we have here in Canada, it's not real democratic election because it's not real majority of votes. It's just majority of ridings. So if you still feel that you have democracy in Canada, wake up. And it's not only in Canada, again, USA, same option. If you want to reach the democracy, first eliminate the options to have majority government, because then they just don't care about anything and anyone. They can do whatever they want. It's basically tyranny and not democracy. And second, start voting accordingly, like vote for party and count votes, like individual votes, not just ridings. And you don't really, like a lot of ridings, just for you to understand, a lot of ridings are so close to choose, like either it's Conservative or Liberal, it's like matter of tens of voices. So it means that in the same riding that one of MPs won by 20 voices, all these voices that were against him will be discounted for the next 4 years. So democracy in Canada, not really, just an illusion. And a lot of other countries in the world as well. So wake up, Canada.